In this world, there are many metals to mention or include, so all of these metals are unique to each other, but there's one very unique metal that can replace some of these metals, which is... Wait, no! What was that? Oh, alright. Okay. Titanium, known as Ti as its symbol, is a transition metal that is found in Group 4 IVP in the periodic table. Its atomic number is 22, and titanium came from the word titan in Greek mythology. And also, William Gregor discovered titanium in 1791 and named by Martin Klaproth. Titanium is described to be silver gray, hard, lightweight, low corrosion metal, and can be alloyed with many metals. Anyway, titanium is 10 times stronger than steel, but tungsten W is the strongest of these combined metals. Anyways, titanium is a bad conductor of heat and electricity, which can be a benefit in some situations. Anyways, let's mention some of these products and that uses titanium, especially in recent years, such as smartphones, laptops, SR-71, landing gears, engine parts, and other aerospace, paint, papers, food, structural components, sports equipment like bicycles, rackets, helmets, and jewelry, medical devices like surgical tools and surgical implants, etc. Let's take it on the Minecraft forum. Alright, there are many products that have been used titanium, but the question that everyone is asking is why these products especially use titanium. Well, there are two inorganic compounds in titanium: titanium dioxide TiO2, a powder used in toothpaste and paints, and titanium oxide TiO, which is a solid metal. Anyway, there are many reasons why products use titanium. I said earlier, it is lightweight, extremely super strong, not conduct to electricity and heat, and it depends on the specific situation. So, to extend the reasons even more, titanium is highly resistant to chemical attack and other substance, high temperature resistance, low corrosion, and most importantly, it is widespread to find titanium. According to Statista, the country has the most titanium in China, and other countries also have titanium like Canada. This makes also titanium a safer and stronger alternative to many metals out there, and shortly titanium will be the most used metal ever. It could replace steel because of its properties, and one stage of the economy in titanium is to extract it underground. Of course, the way the miners have done it is pretty simple. First of all, miners are mining, beneficiation, then reduction, then purification, then alloy production. As I said earlier, titanium is placed in Group 4 in the periodic table, so every element is placed in order according to its atomic number, which is the number of protons and electrons vertically, and the group number horizontally in the periodic table. It makes sense, not only because it makes it neat, but also makes it everything surround the element have similar properties, because in the periodic table, the elements in the surrounding places should be similar to each other, especially in their properties. So here's an example. Titanium and vanadium V are both silver gray transition metals, solid and highly resistant to chemical attacks. So, it is true that titanium and other surrounding metals have somewhat similar properties and atomic number. What is the cost-benefit analysis? Well, according to Investopedia, a cost-benefit analysis is the process used to measure the benefits of a decision or taking action minus the costs associated with taking that action. So, let's use that analysis to this wacky metal and put it on the real world. And starting with... So, the first property is lightweight. Many small devices like smartphones and laptops can be very annoying to take these little fellas on the go. Not because other metals are not light, but because when touching or holding these devices can be very uncomfortable. And some of these devices are heavy, so with titanium as the base of the device will be lighter than ever before. The second property is extremely strong. Now, it's hard to mention one product because this property is very important to every product. Therefore, let's mention some of these products, starting with devices. When falling the device, it can survive the fall. And like strategic aircraft and helmet. When there's danger, it can be avoided easily thanks to titanium's protectiveness. And many more. The third property is not conducting electricity and heat. So, many products can benefit from this. Medical devices like surgical tools and surgical implants have huge benefits from not conducting electricity or heat. So, someone will not get accidentally electrocuted or burned down to ashes. It can also give a huge benefit to society and the economy. Thanks to its properties, like it can add titanium to other devices, it can generate a great amount of money and great business practices. It can help with disability people and it can add new implants to the people's body. It can create new jobs and many more. But does everybody benefit from this product? Maybe, but it depends on specific business uses and people, and it is positive impact that is cyclable. What is that? Oh no! Oh no! Titanium, extremely impure titanium in the underground, is surprisingly very toxic, especially to many miners. And according to natural health groups such as lung diseases, skin diseases, rice diseases, lupus, and etc. Also, it may also have contaminated food. So, some of the food that contains titanium also have lead and other metals. Maybe. There are other dangers to titanium which can lead to massive injuries or even worse, death, such as fires, explosions, and titanium has the worst combinations ever, and it may also pose many risks to products like storage protocol. Titanium also has other problems which can powerful infinity to oxygen, like the explosion of vacuums, arc furnaces, and it has negative environment impact such as air pollution, hazardous waste disposal, water intensity, deforestation, and habitat loss, which also lead to less biodiversity, and these negative environments impact happen in mining. So it also means biodiversity such as birds and fishes and their food web will be affected very negatively by contaminated water, killing the fish, and air pollution killing the birds. And lastly, it is very expensive. As expensive as gold and silver, but it is expensive. So, benefits are lightweight, extremely strong, not conducting to electricity and heat, very safe, and it has benefit to society and economy, recyclable. And the costs are toxic underground, and it will give out many dangerous diseases, contaminated food, very risky, especially with fires and explosions, negative environmental impacts, expensive. In conclusion, titanium is a great metal to replace some of these metals. So it is a very lightweight, expensive, strong, weak conductor metal that can be adapted to some of these technologies and replace other metals, even though it has some problems, especially with the environment. Anyway, this is one of the best options to use that metal, and it will be the future of using metals.